they said. You just your
All
name.
right,
I got you.
Romans 9 first?
Go to Cliffs. All Israel, not in Israel. Yeah, we started like 6. You know what I'm saying? And we got precepts. Romans 8. Alright, Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites coming out here week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of this wicked ass kingdom. Spiritual Egypt, Nineveh, modern day Babylon. I have to tell you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that you're not niggas, spicks, and wetbacks. Alright, but God's chosen people that the Bible speaks of, the apple of the Lord's eye. Alright, we come from a legendary bloodline, man. But first and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and infinite glory
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua,
Alright, double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone, the GMS who teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect.
Alright.
Gotcha. So we here Romans. It's Romans 9. Honestly, I'll just start at the top, and I'm gonna, see if you got the apps on there, right? It's Romans 9. Let's start with the top. Verse 1. It says, I say the truth in Christ, Hamashiach, I lie not. My conscience also bearing me, witness in the Holy Ghost, that I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Hamashiach, my brethren, my kinsmen according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the servants of the Most High Yahweh and the promises.
So this is Apostle Paul, one of our great forefathers, men of renown, who wrote some great words here, man, moved by the Spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, where he's basically saying he wish he was accursed, or basically he wish he was afflicted, or could have gone through what Yahweh Shai has gone through for his brethren, because he's seen it as a great sorrow, but a great honor to die for his brethren. So what Yahweh Shai has done for our nation, right? Yahweh Shai has died for the nation of Israel, right? Now, even though the Lord has died for the nation of Israel, not all of Israel is basically a part of Israel. And the reason why I say that is because the Lord has already let us know that only a remnant shall be saved, right? 144,000 and 1/3 elect shall be saved, right? But 2/3 of our people shall be cut off and die. So even though that the Lord has done a great work and has had the ultimate sacrifice for us, so many of our brothers and sisters are just never going to get right. They're never going to understand what that sacrifice actually meant. They're never going to understand the magnitude of their bloodline. They're never going to understand the magnitude of it's high time to wake up out of sleep. All right? Go ahead.
It's Romans 9 and 5. It says, who are the fathers, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, Hamashiach came, who is over all, Yahweh blessed forever. Amen.
Now, mind you, Israelites, he name drops. He literally gives you in sequence of what he's talking about. He says, my brethren, my kinsmen, according to thy flesh. So brethren could just be your bros. Your kinsman is now talking about what? People of your lineage. And then to double down, he said, according to thy flesh. So now he's letting you know he's talking about complete bloodline. But even Yahweh Shai himself, right? Even Yahweh Shai himself differentiated between not all of Israel is of Israel. Just like the story when Yahweh Shai's mother and brother were outside, and they said, Yahweh Shai, your mother and brother's outside. And he said, who's my mother? Who's my brother? Those are my mother and brother. Basically, those are my family, or those who do the will of my fathers.
Right.
So not all of Israel is of Israel in that concept. We understand bloodline, right? But our people are not. All of our people are not loyal. All of our people are not going to join hands with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. A lot of our people are going to defect and have already defected with the enemy, especially our women. So because of that, man, there's going to be a great slaughter. The Lord says, I shall start at my house, right? Judgment is going to start at the house of Israel, right? The house of Jacob.
First Peter 4 and 17.
Yep. And the reason being is because not all of the Israel is of Israel, right? Yahweh Shai says, my sheep hear my voice. Yahweh Shai says, my sheep hear my voice. My sheep hear when I call. Do you know how many of you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans who are actual Israelites by blood do not hear the voice of the Lord? Can't even consider the whisper, right? Or if you even heard them yelling in your face, you're going to sit here and turn your face, turn your head and walk away. So many of you do it every day. When you follow after different gods, philosophies, right? You know, your feminism, your pro-black movements, and all these things that you think you're doing, you know, that you're doing to better our community, you're actually doing nothing but being more detrimental. Why? Because our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. This is the reason why all of Israel is not of Israel, right? We know about the parables, right? We're neither nor Greek nor Jew. We understand what that meant, right? But even if you read in the parables of neither nor Greek nor Jew, it even talks about what do they call them? Probates? Probates?
Reprobates.
No, not reprobates. The ones that just realized that they were Israelites. They
That's called. I just like that joint too. That's called
probate.
No,
something.
Proselyte.
Proselyte.
Oh, okay.
Proselytes. So even the proselytes, right? Those are the ones that the Lord has winked at. Those are the ones who woke up and got their life breathed back into them, right? Into them dry bones, and realized that they are of Israel, right? Because remember, Israel is a people before it was a place, but Israel is also a mindset, right? It's the renewing of your mind. It's the wisdom. It's the law, statutes, commandments. It's understanding your great purpose. It's understanding, you know, what your true religion is. No pun. Right? This is why we say not all of Israel is of Israel. There's so many of our brothers and sisters walking up and down the street right now that are lost in these foreign gods and foreign philosophies, man. Into witchcraft and Islam and Buddhism. I see so many jakes now with Buddhism of talismans and Buddhists. I'm like, brother, like, what's all that about? When the ultimate peace comes from your Lord and Savior.
It's a lot here, brother. And according to the scriptures in Zechariah 12 and 8, there's more of them than us.
Yep.
2/3 of them. There's a lot more than them than the real believers.
This is why the Lord says. This is why it even says that even the angels rejoice when just one repents and turns back to the Lord, because it's a few.
It's a little number.
It's a small number. You got to think, so there's billions of people on the planet, and probably only what, and based off of per capita, it's probably about a good 1 million people in America that know that they're Israelites. But out of those million, it's probably about 1/3 of them that's actually following after the law, statutes, commandments, and then even with that third, it's only probably like 2% that are, or 1%, less than 1% that are out here actually doing the work. Not all of Israel is of Israel.
Yeah, it do say in Revelations though. I mean, you know, according to John the Revelator though, he said it's a number that he could not. It's a multitude that he could not number. I mean, there was a lot of them.
Well,
but
because could you number a million people?
Yeah, you couldn't. No, you
Could you number 100,000 people?
I see what you're saying. Yeah,
If you sat here right now and like, yo, how many cars out here right now, bro? You gonna be like,
You probably be like 100.
Hundred.
I
That's
don't
probably
know.
like 500 cars.
Yeah, real shit.
so it was
over 100.
So
200
understand.
cars.
So understand when it says a numeral multitude, it means he was speaking it like, bro, it was so many.
He is one man though.
It was so many people. Bro, I can't count all this.
It was without
But it's really a low number though.
But it was a low number
Yeah.
compared to the world's
To the world
population.
Yeah.
Right.
Not to mention, remember, the Lord even says that the slain of the Lord shall be many.
Yeah.
Meaning that, remember, it says that the world today is for many, the world that comes for few. Why is that? Because most of the people on the earth today are going to die from what? Pestilence or the sword or famine. If not that, the Lord going to deal with you himself. And this is what people not understanding. Go ahead.
Right. It's Romans 9:6 in the NLT. It says, well then, the Most High has failed to fulfill his promise to Israel? No. It says, for not all who are born into the nation of Israel are truly members of the Most High's people.
See? Right here. Not all that are born in the nation of Israel are really the Most High's people. Because to be part of his people, what is love, right? What does the Lord say about what is love, right? Not your definition of love. What does the scripture say is what love is, right? The Lord says, if you love me, you do what? You follow my laws, statutes, and commandments, right? That is the whole duty of man is to fear the Lord and follow his laws, statutes, and commandments. That's love. It's some action behind it. Just because you're born in this, you know how many brothers and sisters? I got what? 5 brothers, 4 brothers and 3 sisters. And out of the 4 brothers and 3 sisters, only 2 of them are in the truth.
Still Israelites though.
They're Israelites.
Yeah.
They're of my bloodline.
Just now the Lord's people.
They just not of the Lord's people. And then when we try to bring these things up to them, what is the first thing? What is one of the first things? My family members buck up. They buck up. You can't tell my little sister who's now going to church with her family and she's now a devout Christian, and we like, yo, you know you lost in the sauce over there. We was telling you that, oh well, you can't tell me nothing about, okay?
Yo, and you know it's interesting too, brother. It's very annoying. Me and Samak experienced it, and I'll never do it again. she's a newfound Christian, love her to death. But we've been scholars of this book for 10 years, and her newfound Christian, and you know what's interesting? I gotta say this too.
She knows more than us.
She swears she knows more than us. She would go to a precept, and she would bring out a precept that we know very well and all through it, and would try to explain to me what it's saying. And she's so wrong, it's ridiculous, but you can't tell her that she's wrong.
Well, it's because
That's just wild as shit.
It is wild. It's a strong, but mind you, who set that strong delusion on her? The Lord Himself. The Lord Himself.
That's true.
No. I'm agreeing with you because
Yeah,
it is
that's
annoying. It is annoying, but the Lord sent that strong delusion.
Yeah.
See, for you to have 3 older brothers,
Right.
3 older brothers that are in the truth, that literally are very well articulated, book smart, street smart, and natural leaders. You got men in your life that you can be like, yo, my brothers is da. But when it comes to this, when it comes to the scriptures, you don't want to hear nothing. You don't want to hear nothing we got to say. And I'm gonna be totally honest with you. And the main reason why she doesn't want nothing to do with it is because following after Yahweh Shem Shah is going to put restraints on a woman's life.
For sure.
On a woman's life.
For sure. For sure.
And before any woman gets upset when I mean this, most women don't even realize that y'all want to be worshipped like God. Y'all want to be worshipped like God. You want somebody to know what you're feeling, buy you food without you having to ask, look at the little details, give you attention, make you a priority, call you every day, all these things, right? But then but as soon as you read the Bible about what a righteous woman is and what her tasks are, it's contrary to what your Christian beliefs are. It's contrary to what your lifestyle is now. Because in the Bible that we both use, the Bible tells women to what? To be subservient and quiet and meek unto their husbands, which is the opposite of what most of you women in the world are today. That's why when you come into the truth of Yahweh Shem Shah, right? When you come into that truth, you're going to be held accountable. You're going to be held accountable for things that you wasn't usually held accountable for. You ever hear a woman say, "I'm just a girl"? What does that mean? Are you literally subconsciously admitting that your bad behavior is disgusting? So instead of just saying I'm a human being or I'm a person with a mind who could think, oh, I'm just a girl. I only did that because I'm a girl. So why'd you slash his tires? Oh, I was just angry. You know how we get. Wait, but let a man have slashed tires. Let a man have said I'm just a boy. They're gonna look at him and go, what the fuck?
Crazy as shit.
What you think this is? This is why a lot of women, right, will never ever wake up to this truth. And it's because it's too much structure, too much accountability, right? There's too much going on when it comes to the scriptures. But guess what? The same accountability that you're held under the Bible, we are too. But we're held under a lot more scrutiny than you are. We have a larger task, a bigger piece of the pie. We got the world to carry, and all you got to do is collect the little crumbs around. But you can't even handle that.
The boy said a woman's job is for a man to do what this brother just said, and a woman's job is to bring peace so he can be able to handle it properly. That's it.
But guess what?
All we gotta do is take care of men.
Take care of man. That's it.
But it's the problem. Most women want to be taken care of. Think about it. A woman will say, "I am the table." Well, sweetheart. If you are the table, then
it's fucking funny as shit.
if you are the table, then why am I chasing you to take care of you?
That's going off actually.
And that's going off because
worshiping the woman rather than
because
the Lord.
what does the Lord say? He says, "Yo, if you do not have a wife, don't get married." Yes, it also says this, and he's basically saying because wherever your heart is where your treasure will be. It's going to pull from the Lord. So if you two invested into your woman, you're not going to be able to worship me the right way. Yes, the same Bible that we use says the same thing. He says, "So, it's not a sin to get married." I mean, I'm not telling you it's a sin to get married. You already married, or you really need to marry. Go ahead, man. But if you ain't married, I'm telling you right now, you might not want to, because you're going to have what? You're going to have trouble in the flesh. It literally says that.
Yeah, you know what, too, brother? And even in a carnal sense, like an Andrew Tate or some motivational speaker brothers, they say it. They be like, yo, if a man is not financially stable and he not really upright, you need to leave a woman alone, go back cave for 6 months, get your bread up and your mental right, and then keep on with your purpose, and the women gonna come. They even saying
When you don't have any responsibility, you don't have a woman.
you can just go gun ho.
You can lock in.
Yeah.
You don't have to be catered to no one else's
Correct.
feelings and emotions.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Because because
That's some Paul shit,
but-
right?
probably the
but-
biggest-
but it's the truth because and no offense to women, I'm not saying that women are not important, but let's be realistic here. Men gain nothing, literally gain nothing, other than maybe children and sex.
That's it. That's it.
I literally give up my freedom and autonomy and everything to now what? Have to take care of you. To have to worry about you and what's going on with you. Where I can literally live alone, do my own thing, do everything and worship the Lord the right way. This is why Paul said, if you ain't married, bro, don't do it.
Do it.
Because if you do it, just remember you're gonna have trouble in the flesh and you're gonna be torn between the Lord and this woman. And that's what a lot of men are turmoil on. That's why I'm saying, to bring this full circle, we were talking about not all Israel's of Israel. A lot of our women ain't gonna make it. They aren't gonna make it because of the fact that they can't get this concept of subservience. We are subservient unto Yahweh Shem Yahushua, just like you're supposed to be subservient unto us. Just like the children are supposed to be subservient unto you. But you don't want that hierarchy. You want your cake and eat it too. But guess what? That's demonic in the Lord's eyes. That's evil in the Lord's eyes. It's an abomination in the Lord's eyes. These are, remember, it says that a woman shall compass a man. That is a curse.
That shit happened already.
And it's already happened. But no, it's turning back because what? Isaiah what?
4:1.
Yeah, Isaiah 4:1 is on its way.
Yeah, it's on its way.
And we already know it's on its way because what? Poly is starting to become a major topic now. There's so many more women are talking about poly is a good thing. Poly, now all of a sudden, why is poly a good thing now? Because now you're starting to realize it takes more than one person to build up in America. It's going to take 2 or 3 women, 1 man. Might take it, and no, this has nothing to do with sex. It's talking about the family structure here. But guess what?
And it makes sense too because y'all see that little thing where there's a study where if every man on the planet was to be subjected to one woman, there would be millions of women that never even seen a man. That's how much more women it is.
Yeah.
So it makes sense to even kind of get multiple
It
women
doesn't,
on one guy.
it doesn't make we outnumber them. They outnumber us. But at the end of the day, not all of Israel is of Israel, and the reason being is because what? And let's be realistic. Because a woman has compassed a man, and I'm not blaming all things on women. I actually blame men for everything. But let's be realistic. Who's running our communities right now? Women. Who's the black leaders in the black community? Usually women. And who's raising these little boys? Women. Who's making these women complain about men being sassy or disobedient or not driven? They're not being natural men anymore. Well, who are they being raised by?
I think I do ultimately think, like you said, it comes down to men because
I blame men.
if majority of men decided today, like, you know what, we're not dealing with this woman's bullshit no more.
It'll change.
We're not dealing with none of it. If you want to sit here and dress like a whore, act like a whore, you're not dealing with it. If you're not gonna sit here and show respect and peace and
Not
loving
dealing
us, not dealing with it no more. I'm gonna just go get my money up and I'm gonna go to another country and deal with women that have culture.
It's
and-
already happening at a very high rate.
If they left all them bitches alone, all them bitches posting haughty shit on Instagram,
They'll stop.
and
They'll
it's
stop.
OnlyFans shit,
They'll
and
stop.
all men just stop that shit. Guess what? They'll stop, and they'll have to conform because they like, damn. At the end of the day, all women want a man.
Yo, first thing first, put it in the music. If every rap song comes out from now on, I ain't fucking with the bitches with the strip stick. I don't want no chick with the da 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 da. And everybody start riding that lyrics. Chicks would chill. They'll chill.
Men don't have to hunt no more.
Right.
We
Yeah,
had to
correct.
hunt.
Men just started to say,
took
you
the
know what?
women away.
I'm focusing on
And
me.
they charging for the food. You know what I'm saying? Like they fucked the game up with that. What we got?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring this out.
Second address 9
Yeah,
and
yeah,
22.
bring this out.
Heavy. It's
Yeah.
going into it's tied right in with Romans 9.
Pretty dope. You 22 to the point.
Yeah, bro.
Alright.
I mean, go ahead.
Yeah, this second address 9 in the GNT, verse 22. It says, "So let them perish, all those people who were born only to be lost.
See?
But let my chosen people be kept safe, those for whom I worked so hard to bring to perfection."
Now, mind you, this is a twofold here because all those souls that were born to be lost is also talking about the other nations, right? It's also talking about the other nations. How do we know it's talking about the other nations? Because the Lord has equated the other nations as a spittle, right? But it's also talking about you so-called Black Latinos and Native Americans who are Israelites. You know, it's talking about the 2/3 of those who won't get right, who won't be in their right mind, who won't take wisdom or correction, right? All those lost souls that are just meant to be lost, right? That means you were born to die.
Beautiful.
Right?
Let me hit
You were
real
born.
quick.
Go ahead.
Got you, bro. Romans 9 and 11. It says, for the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil.
And this is talking about Jacob and Esau. Go ahead.
Purpose, it says that the purpose of the Most High according to the election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth.
Yep. So it's not of works, right? Those who are meant to be saved and part of the elect have been the election since the beginning of time, right? It was their purpose from the get-go. Just like there's so many souls that are being born to be what? Basically sacrifices upon an altar, right?
Got you.
Go ahead.
It's Romans 8 and 20. It says, for the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who have subjected the same in hope. It says, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of the Most High.
And it's almost like a parable. When it says creature, it's talking about the flesh, man without spirit, right? It's talking about the man, because you remember we're always fighting against what? Temptation in the flesh, right? But that creature or that man, when that spirit that life is breathed back into him, when he received the Rakak Wadash, guess what? He can now be joined in heirs to the throne with Yahweh Shem Shai. Go ahead.
It's verse 22. It says, we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together unto now, and not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit, even we ourselves groan within ourselves, waiting for the adoption, to wit, the redemption of our body.
See, in the spirit, waiting for the adoption. What is it, adoption? Adoption is the second coming of Yahweh Shai, right?
Adoption of that new body.
Yeah, new body, right? That new covenant. We're waiting for Yahweh Shai to come back, but guess what? All of Israel is not going to understand this concept. All of Israel is not going to trust in the Lord. All of Israel is not going to have that faith. All of Israel is not going to have that hope. All of Israel is not of Israel, because a lot of Israel is going to join hands with Esau and our enemies, just like most of our women have. Most of our women have joined with Esau. Period. Right?
I've heard of this, but that is
Crazy. Yeah, bro. That's
They have joined with Esau. They don't have the natural affection. Right? Everything now is 100% transactional. Right? If it's not fulfilling to their flesh or their needs, right? They're not with it. So it has nothing to do with their spirit, right? The scripture, the Lord tells us to judge the spirits, right? Right? But let's be realistic. When we judge, and I'm not trying to bash women, but when we judge the spirits of women, most of them are evil. Most of them are evil. They're against the Yahweh Shem Shai. They're against the natural so-called black man. Right? And what's crazy is Apostle Har and the elders have spoken about this countless times. And you can just go back to stories of time. Who did the devil tempt? Eve. Why Eve? Because she was the weaker vessel. She was easy to manipulate. Why? Because she was more worried about what she could gain than she was worried about what she already had. Versus, and that's all throughout history. Like the brother just said, hypergamy. These bitches was doing hypergamy to God. That was hypergamy to God. Yo, you eat this, you gonna be like him and better. Yeah. Hold up. I can't get none of that, bro. What?
And then it show you that man, he looked at Adam and Eve and he was like, yeah, I'm gonna go with her. I ain't gonna be able to sway him.
Yo, you know what? And you know what's interesting about that? The scriptures don't even say that he attempted to even try Adam. It just goes straight to
bro.
Eve.
He knew damn well, bro.
Yeah,
That's
it
like,
don't even say
I
had tried
bro.
Adam. Yeah,
that's like, bro, the Lord himself coming down and walking with you and say, yo, I'm making you domain everything. You're immortal right now. You're probably like 10 feet tall, muscular, not a single bit of body fat on you. And then you say, yo, I'm gonna give you the test and name everything. It's all yours, bro. Name it. Oh, real shit? Monkey. All right, it's monkey.
I mean, his knowledge must be great too.
Bro, he gave him so much.
Yeah, his wisdom and
All
knowledge.
the animals.
He told Eve came out and he's like, Eve, Eve, just make sure you take care of him, all right? Oh, so he get to name everything and I just gotta take care of him. Girl, look where you live. You're immortal. You good. You just take care of him and you're covered. You good money. I don't like the fact that I'm not getting all the attention. Guess what? Satan came. Hey, yo,
Eve was the first woman that said, I'm bored.
Right.
Yep. First one to say she was bored.
I'm bored.
I'm bored. Let me see
what
let
else
me-
is there out here?
So you telling me that I could be like Adam or better, or I could be like the Most High or better? If I bite this, yeah, man, yo, he was lying to you. You see how he got you serving Adam? I guarantee you this motherfucker was talking shit. You see how I got you serving Adam, and you don't even understand. You know, you eat that apple right over there, whatever the hell the fruit was, pomegranate, fig, whatever the people try to say. You guess what? You go to eat that, you gonna be like him and better.
That's literally the fruit. Whatever she wanted to be.
Yup. Guess what?
You know what I mean?
She went and did what she did. Boom. And as soon as she fucked up, it's the first thing they do. No accountability. Let me blame this on somebody else. I'm just the victim. Yo, Adam, I need you to eat this too so I can blame it on you and say you the man. You supposed to lead and provide and protect. Bitch, you just make this dumbass decision?
You know what? Through the spirit too, because of their punishment, kind of like Isaiah 3:24, you reverse it. Yo, if you can use your common sense, Eve's stature was crazy too.
Oh, and the Lord.
Eve must have been substantially scattered because remember her curse was trouble in the womb, and then also now you got to be a weaker vessel and subject to the husband. But if you take that off, what was she? She must have been like hard body, like she had to have been like strong, probably.
She was also a woman.
True, I'm just saying like her stature was crazy.
She was probably like 8. If he was 10 feet, she was about 8 feet.
Yeah, she was.
I'm not saying that she wasn't. I mean, remember
She-Hulk shit. Like,
she was in she had an immortal body before she met. It was immortal.
Yeah.
What we're trying to get back, she already had.
Yeah, she had it.
This is what people not understand.
It's like she was in the wrong, where Adam still, it was his fault.
Yep, it was his fault.
What he say? What he say to the Most High? What he say to the Most High when he asked him? He said, the woman you gave me.
Right.
He said we was naked.
Yeah.
It's your fault.
Yeah.
Like, we
No,
not
man.
talking about her. It's
Right.
you allowed.
You
Accountability.
knew better.
You knew better. Exactly.
So when she
You
tried
knew
to,
what she should have
when
came
the woman
with.
came
What
to
she
me-
said.
when she came to the, you know what he should have did? As soon as she came with the apple, he'd have looked at the bitches.
Yup.
Hey, Yahweh, I just want you to know she down there tripping. I see it. All right, make me a new one. The
Real
Lord
shit.
would have got rid of her and
Yeah,
made him a new one. We would have been a new story. It'd be
Yeah,
like,
it's-
it was
yeah.
originally Adam and Eve,
Yeah.
and then it became Adam and Eves or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
The Lord made it a new perfection.
That's what he should have did.
But that's not how the story goes, man.
And it was
You
written
know?
from the beginning before it all happened anyway.
Facts.
You know what women say niggas lie so much that I'm convinced Adam believed.
My baby mom posted that shit.
What?
My baby mom
Yo,
posted that
that's
shit.
crazy as
Yo,
shit, dog.
my baby mom
That's,
posted that
that's
shit.
kind of blasphemy.
That was some
Yeah.
blasphemy shit, bro.
That's like something look a lot God lied on some
Yeah.
on some
Yo,
vindictive
that
shit. Like
crazy.
that's calling God a liar, bro. That's crazy.
Yo.
What?
It's second address 8-1 in the GNT. It says the angel replied, "The Most High hath made this world for many, but the future world is only for a few." It says, Ezra, let me give you an illustration. If you ask the earth, it will tell you that it produces a large amount of clay for pots, but only a small amount of gold dust. And that's the way it is with the present world. Many have been created, but only a few will be saved.
It is.
Yep. Just like I said, many are called, few are chosen. So many have been made, only a few will be saved. Because mind you, the Lord not
I can see that though.
bro. We see it, bro. We see it. We see it. You know.
Yeah, bro. Man, they snared in holes crazy, but then again, their brains are so manipulated. I mean, we brothers do dumbass shit, but the stuff man. Bro,
But a lot of these things, they delight in their.
they do.
in their sin.
They do.
Remember, they says there was it's not that they delight in their folly. What is it? They're quick to do evil.
Yeah.
Wise
Wise to do
Wise,
evil.
wise to evil, yeah. Wise, yeah.
Hey, wise to do it.
Wise to do it. Like, yeah, let me try to bust a lick.
You going around, you going about that soon.
Yo, bro, like you see it, brother. These brothers are yo, they don't even know how clever and genius level they are, because they can do genius creative shit on the wicked
Bro,
side.
go on YouTube
Bro.
and just look up jailhouse invention.
Bro, they fucking incredible.
Go on YouTube
Yo,
and look
bro.
up
Hold up.
prison invention.
So, no,
brothers
so
are
Y'all see
genius.
the Dr. Umar interview when he was breaking down the school systems? He said the reason why they integrated schools is so they could control your brilliance.
Right.
And then he broke it
I
down.
agree.
He said, and when we had our own schools where they were disenfranchised, didn't have no money, it was producing more inventors, more genius kids than the school system where these white people were living in their school systems. And they said they noticed that black excellence was starting to, remember, all the inventions, everything you see around it was created by us.
Yeah.
All of this stuff was created when segregation was going on.
Right.
Then they integrated, and then all of a sudden the inventions started slowing
Slowing
down.
down, yeah.
Why? Because they could control how we were taught and learned.
And also it'd dumb us down naturally because we don't even like them and they don't like us.
Yeah.
So it's like once you're around them, we want to be on eggshells. That's why when we segregated, we can feel free in our community. We can just be outside.
You don't have
Once you
outside-
want to
You ain't
do
gotta,
it,
you ain't gotta sit at a desk.
That's-
sit out,
yeah,
sit
you ain't
somewhere.
gotta be all
Outside
trying to-
sources weren't. Yeah, but if you ever get to watch it, in fact, I think I might have sent it to the group chat. If you ever watch the documentary, not documentary, the little sit down, bro, he was breaking it down. He was showing, he was like, all these inventions right here. He was like, it was like so many inventions that was created before segregation. I mean, before integration.
Yeah, before integration.
And
yeah.
bro, I'm talking about, it used to be like 20 kids in one classroom with like 2 books, and these kids were producing
Yeah.
fucking geniuses.
Mhm.
And then you had these fully loaded fucking schools by the government and all this money, and these kids were being outperformed. So they said, all right, we need to integrate and control this. And that's another reason why Black Wall Streets and all those things were burnt down and flooded, because when we were by ourselves, we were innovating and moving at such a high pace that they had I think there was like a trajectory where we would end up surpassing them in intellect, wealth, and everything. So they said, whoa, to get better control of our slaves, we got to let them feel like they can be a part of us.
We've been doing that since the beginning of time, dog.
End
Pharaoh.
of the day, integration.
You
is-
put us
is
by
the way.
ourselves, dog. We
I
be
mean,
on dog
segregation
shit.
is the way. But look at the fucking the leaker bull, GTA bull. He probably Jake fucking up the shit. You ain't hear about the bull? He was leaking the gameplay for the new game that's about to drop.
Oh, I
Grand
heard,
Theft Auto.
I heard
That's
somebody
some-
was leaking it.
That's some smart shit.
How was it leaking?
Nah, he said he basically stole the plane, they said, and then he landed the plane and he put his name, I think his name Leak or something. He put his name, he shot his name with a gun on a building. He put his name on there, like, and everybody knows his name. So that was him showing them like, yo, I got the game. I got a playable version of it. Like I don't know
He
if
already
he tried to make.
he already got a version of the GTA 6
so
that didn't come out yet.
bro, it's some crazy shit going on right now. I just got wind of it. But it's like that's wise to do evil, whether he a Jake or not. You good, bro?
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Face it
Yeah,
on
yeah,
way.
go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah. That's some wise to do evil shit. I mean, it's only a game, but it's the point.
Yeah, man.
Smart
He
enough
tried
to
to hack the
hold this
system.
$1 billion rock star.
Yep.
He tried to get demands and shit.
He tried to get them to pay him.
Yeah, but now he tried to get demands like, yo, change this about the game. Like, I don't know. I got to look more into it.
Oh, so he went into the game and was like,
Yeah,
bro, a
bro.
couple of these things ain't right.
He basically showing them like, yo, I got a playable version of it. Like, what's up?
Y'all need to fix this, fix
Yeah,
that.
it was
This is-
crazy.
that's what's up.
Yeah, bro. But that was just, I thought of that wise to do evil. That's some wise shit.
But, you
Be
know, but-
wise, like smart, bro.
But even that though, Esau knows already that if you let us be by ourselves, we will grow dumb strong. They know that already because we keep doing it since Pharaoh in them times. So and we always keep it moving. Then they try to kill our firstborn. The Lord didn't let it happen, and we doubled and tripled again. Like they can't stay in that. So we got to integrate, like the brother was talking about, in order for things to be able to suffice. And also that will go against prophecy because then we'll create our damn kingdom. of heaven that way.
Because we got resources now.
Well, not necessarily. The reason why I say that is because the Lord tells us to gather ourselves together, right? By gathering yourselves together, you're going to naturally exclude others out.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, true.
So because no, I know what you're saying, brother. You're right, but I'm just giving perspective. Like, we still not getting saved until the Lord gets back, because we don't have a
Right.
standing army.
Right.
We don't have the means to fight superpowers in the world. We don't have any of that. So we still got to wait on our superpower. But we can start taking from them. Because remember, the Lord says, I'm going to start taking it away from what? Esau, and start giving it to Jacob. And the curses on us are going to start be switching on to them. We already starting to see that happen. We starting to see it happen in low dosages, right?
Low.
You know, our people are getting stronger and stronger, right? Our people are starting to become more self-sufficient. And I'm not saying as a people, I'm talking about like so-called blacks, Latinos, and Americans. Even when they did the little boycotts for the Asian businesses, right?
Yeah,
And
shit
started
works.
spending money more in black businesses. Did you see the black wealth index go up? All black wealth started going up. Some communities started getting a little safer because people are starting to take a little bit more pride in who they are. This is also the spirit of the Lord being poured out, whether it's for those to wake up, or it's just for the 2/3 to be able to be stirred up. Who shall rouse up Jacob? Because guess what? As these communities are getting more and more pro-black, it's getting more and more closer to what? Civil war.
War, yeah.
So the Lord is also letting them gather themselves together to get prepared for these final great battles, right? That great purge, if you will. That's why, because not all of Israel is of Israel. Jacob's trouble is called Jacob's trouble. That's also when the Lord is going to use Jacob to put a beating on a lot of these other nations too. You think these little YNs ain't going to be out here playing for keeps? They're going to be out here. They're going to be getting hunted too, but it's going to be kill and be killed. Live by the sword, die by the sword. You know, live by faith. You will survive with your faith, right? This is going to be us. Now, mind you, this is why we keep saying all of Israel is not of Israel, but everything has its purpose in place, man. Every spirit on the earth has a purpose in place. Whether it's to death, life to life, famine to the famine, slaughter. Everyone's going to have their judgment coming, right? And get that. It's high time to wake up out of sleep. Real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring a reward out.
Romans 12.
Yeah, it's Matthew. Oh shit, high time we gotta sleep. Thought that was
Or Romans 11.
One of them, that's 13 and 11 is redemption.
13.
That's the redemption.
No,
of
13.
God, I believe.
But 13 and 11 is definitely what he's talking about though.
13 and 11?
13. Well, Matthew 13 and 11 is the mysteries of the kingdom given
Yeah,
to you now.
Romans 13 and 11.
Right.
I know it's Romans. Romans 13 and 11. In that, knowing the time, that now it is a high time to awake up out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
And this is the thing. We keep telling you that not all of Israel is of Israel. So what part of Israel are you going to be subjected to? What side are you going to be on? Because it's high time to wake up out of sleep, man. Because our salvation is nearer than we believe. But guess what? You will be left behind. And being left behind in the Bible just means death. That's what it means. You know how they be having these movies called Left Behind, and they talk about 7 years of tribulation, and this is your chance to get right with the Lord. That's a bunch of hoopla bullshit. You get left behind when them chariots come, you are going to be missile food. It's as simple as that. So guess what, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans? Wake the hell up. Because our salvation is closer than what we believe. And what part of Israel are you going to be part on? Because when we get in the kingdom of heaven, I was watching one of those Manatas Akbanyamian videos, and he was showing the elect in the kingdom. Now you see the 2/3 and the 1/3 walking around. They would look like normal 6-foot humans.
Yeah.
And then you see
The
the elect with an aura over him, and he walking
yeah.
like 15
Big as
feet.
shit. Yeah, that's beautiful.
And you see how everybody's stopping and just looking at him.
Yeah, y'all. That's how it's gonna be.
You understand the shame y'all gonna feel?
You know what would be amazing?
Hi, good afternoon.
Hey.
What are y'all doing?
Oh, just preaching the Bible. We just preaching the Bible.
Yeah.
So,
It'd be funny too though if in the kingdom the 2/3 that come back don't have spiritual power.
they're not. Yo, they're going to be
immortal.
immortal.
Be crazy, bro.
But I think
Damn, that will
no,
be.
just immortal.
No, bro, that's
Wow.
probably accurate because you have to have a distinction.
You shall be least in the kingdom.
You should be least in the kingdom.
Yo, that's-
So you might be immortal, but you ain't gonna be able to fly, teleport.
There might be like the most basic of spiritual powers.
Yeah, like
that-
Immortality.
Just
That's
can't
it.
die.
No,
Just can't
even
die.
if it's just
You
simple
can't
like,
die, can't get hurt.
even if it's just simple
Impervious
like
to bullets.
conjuring a little fire or something.
yeah, something
Like
small.
like
No,
low level
it's
shit.
something
Alright,
subtle.
so you know how
They're gonna have to use.
no.
They're gonna have to use the heaven
Hear me out.
technology.
Hear me out.
We're gonna be able to just.
AI,
Hear me out.
bro. That
Hear me
shit
out.
actually
You
AI
know how
going
on some
crazy.
anime, right? Like when they be like them little Jones where they be having different elements and powers
I got
and
you.
classes.
Oh,
It'd
Yao
be
Chao
like,
Ti and shit.
It'd be like
Hold up,
the commoners. The commoners will have the most basic of magic. It'd be the most basic
Oh, and
shit.
then
you have the elite
ones that at least be able to
who can do all
wind
type
magic,
of shit.
lightning.
Yeah.
I would say it like this. I'm gonna use another anime. There's an anime where naturals can use elements and powers without a wand.
Okay.
All those that have an affinity for magic but can't use
They have
magic
to use
have to
wands.
use a wand. That's gonna be the technology in the kingdom of heaven. They'd be like, not saying a wand, but I'm saying they're gonna have to use
a device.
a device is gonna have to be used, a spiritual device.
It'll
to be used.
take your spiritual energy
And then convert it.
convert it.
Where we could just be like this, they'd be like fire. We just call down fire. They're like fire, man. Just hold on. Like yeah, bro, he's low level as shit.
You got pray.
That
That
would
would
be
the Lord.
crazy.
Yeah.
You got I pray to the Lord to
Send
get it.
Oh, you
That'd
gotta
be the difference.
Oh, send up
Yeah.
send up a prayer to
gotta
tap
pray
into the
to the Lord
spirit.
to get it.
Yo, you got
Two-thirds can't use spiritual power.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, you got
It's just immortal and rich.
real shit, mortal and rich.
Just born in the wealth, dog.
Just born in the
Trust
wealth.
fund babies.
Trust fund baby.
You know what I mean?
You just-
Immortal trust fund
Yeah.
babies.
But then guess what? But all the children that come out of our loins of the elect naturally gonna have spiritual power in the DNA.
It's the because because you're a direct descendant of the elect, so the babies of the elect will have spiritual power. That makes sense. That
Like
makes
my
sense.
son,
That
so
do make sense though.
my
And I
son-
thought that the 2/3 was going to come
Come
back
through the Lord.
Well,
That's
hold on,
true.
hear me out, hear me
That's
out.
kinda
Come
true.
on, I'm gonna have a clause to that too. The Lord will let you know. Through thy loins for the next 1,000 shall be nothing but
Every
2/3.
Okay.
After that, anything bequeathed from you shall be of thy own loin. You mean? Or he said the first 1,000 years, because remember, the elect gotta burn.
He may
They
bring-
gotta go. No, I mean not the elect. The 2/3 gotta go through that death by pain.
I'm saying, so your Lord,
They might be in fire and brimstone for a little while before they can come back.
You see the
Remember, they gotta get that judgment.
The elect will probably come back last.
They'll probably come back
You,
last.
you keep forgetting the lake
And
of
you gotta
fire.
remember, the Most High is a creator. So there's going to be new spirits that get created.
True.
So when you have babies with you and your elect wife, y'all have your
Oh,
children.
a new spirit that's
It'll
pure.
be a new pure spirit.
Time
Okay, that makes sense.
Jacob
That makes
is
sense.
the beginning of it that follows.
makes sense.
And it'll be like
It's
you'll
just
know when you
beginning,
have a
bro.
baby. This is one of the 2/3 come back to the loins. Okay.
Oh, all right.
All right,
That's
you
why
a
it's gonna be,
branch
you know what I'm
fan.
saying?
Or
So you have
or,
an elect baby,
or-
you gotta put them on the
or,
branch.
I got another one. What if you part of it because you were part of the elect? That's not your lot. Only the 1/3 could bring the loins to the 2/3 in. Everything we bequeath only comes from our bloodline. So everything.
So-
they are kind of, yeah.
So
they
that's
kinda-
not our
So
lot.
you mean men specifically?
Yeah.
So
the
our
1/3 men specifically can
will
only
bring
bequeath
2/3 coming through.
But the 144,000
only
is
get-
only new spirits.
First fruit, baby.
First fruit. You were first fruit, so your loins got to be first fruit.
That don't sound unreasonable.
So that means the babies that come out of that so that they eat so that baby the babies come out of that be like, oh, that's special shit.
So the babies that come out of the 1/3
Are
are
gonna be the
going to like
2/3.
2/3 come back through the loins because they got to come back into the nation, right? But those who are given the crowns and glory and all that,
144,000.
you are now
only
of
tiered. The 144,000 tier, the 1/3 tier, and then the 2/3 come back to the loins tier. It's going to be a distinct.
We're gonna be brought back
and
together.
then the 2/3 can bring back more 2/3. But anything we touch, because we got a royal priesthood and bloodline,
Yeah, bloodline.
so that means our elect, my seed,
gonna be brand
is
new
only
seed.
going to have to be my seed.
Yeah.
Yo,
Listen,
where you
but
from?
listen though,
I'm from
bro.
the house of
Okay,
Shalawamia.
But when that
Maya,
baby
da
walking around,
Shalawamia.
when that one, who's from?
It's work.
Yo, when that baby running around with the other babies, it's like it's gonna be an aura on that baby. Like, oh, that's one of them.
Bro,
that's one of them.
That's one of
This
them other.
thing,
That's one of
though,
them direct
The
descendant
kingdom,
ones.
right? We haven't been united since the Lord split the nation, the kingdom,
Yeah.
right? Southern and northern. Reuniting for one, and then that whole tier, bro. That
Once
shit
it
gets
gets
crazy,
crazy,
bro. Our brothers
Yo,
are getting
I'll
brought back in.
be happy as shit if I was born into
I think I might be
a
at
direct descendant of 144,000.
We
You're right.
gonna- we
You
gonna
a
be able to
direct
find all that
descendant
out.
of
Make
144,000.
sure I'm at
We gonna be able to
45.
Or
find
a
all that
direct
out.
descendant of a 1/3. Yeah, because we got it's men that wasn't it's men that's gonna get delivered. That's not us.
Bro, all I'm saying is it don't make sense for us to have to bequeath any 2/3. Why? 1/3, 2/3 come out, and then 2/3, more 2/3 come
Lord
out.
willing, we
Our
be-
bloodline is
Lord
think
willing,
about
we
it.
be
of the 140.
Remember,
Yeah, Lord
the,
willing.
the elect are going to be able to walk and talk with Yahweh and Yahweh Shai
Yeah, true.
and be called friends. Why would he allow us to have to go through that? He like, there, no, y'all, anything y'all coming from y'all?
It's gonna be big dog shit.
Pure.
Because remember, it says the least of you shall be a what? A great nation. That's the children of the elect.
Bro, we're going to be innumerable, bro.
Yeah.
That's the children of the elect.
And you
bro.
gonna tell you
We
gonna
gotta go- we
and-
gotta
and-
go
and
get
when
other
We
you
have
say-
to create new spirits because
right.
we're going to be immortal.
And we gotta get other, gotta get other planets too.
And our
and-
children having children.
Hold up though too. Remember, the Lord did ain't nothing in the kingdom gonna be unrighteous.
Our
Remember-
treasure is really not here, bro. You hear what we
Not
talking
at
about?
all. But hey, but listen, peep this
Call
though.
on your bus,
Peep this
yes,
though.
sir.
We're our new spiritual body is literally gonna be created from the Lord's hands. That's pure, unadulteratedly, like just pure
You also got to remember too.
right hand side shit.
Yo, we also got to remember this too though. We thinking from a carnal perspective. Look how fast our days go by in our years.
True.
In the kingdom, one day it's going to be like 1,000 years on Earth.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
So it'll be
That'd be
like
Jones.
so when you have a kid, right? You have a baby. It's going to be, but by the time your baby reach adulthood, whatever the age is, let's just say 13. Let's just say for shits and giggles, right? 13 is adulthood in our kingdom.
Maturity, yeah.
It'll take what's 13? It'll probably take like 13 million years for a child to reach 13 years old.
Oh, matter of fact,
That makes
hold on,
sense. Because time, one day will feel like forever.
I got one. I got one for you.
I understand.
You,
what you're
you,
saying.
you caught up on One Piece right now?
I'm not.
In Elbaf?
I'm not.
Damn, I'm not either.
All right, I'm caught up. Well, in Elbaf right now, it shows.
I got a lot to watch.
In Elbaf, the island of giants, right? It shows the giants, and then it shows children giants. And they're like, "How old are you?" He's like, "Your child is like, I'm 87," and he was a kid. Because giants live so long that it took them so long to even get like 87 years. Is not. I've been here for 2,000 years.
Oh, 87 probably like
87 is like a
1
freaking-
years old.
It's like a 5-year-old baby.
Yeah.
Damn.
And that, so based on your perspective,
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
I'm giving. Well, I'm speaking on perspective of what
Yeah,
you
but
said.
that makes
So,
sense though.
so our baby will be 2 years old, but it's been like 100 generations of heathen that have died and passed before
Yeah.
our baby only two years old.
Yeah.
Only look like a 2-year-old.
Ain't that the scriptures where it says a baby shall die at not die, but a baby shall be like
I know what you're
Your
talking
church should
about.
be in league with the animals.
No,
Oh,
it's the
something
one-
like-
it's going into Asian.
aging.
Aging gracefully.
And you know Yahweh Shah's young right now. Yahweh Shah's in a younger body right now because it tell you that where it says who's that young man that crowned him to give him crown. So
And
know
we
he's
gonna be
young.
just like how it is in the movie The Time. When they reach that age 25,
that's when he stopped.
they stop aging.
Yeah, he stopped aging. Yeah,
And as long as you got time, you go on forever.
Yeah. The Israelite person will obviously get to a certain point and stop. For sure. That's
Salakia. I'm technically still working. So I'm Salakia, fellas.
No, you good, bro.
No, it's annoying, but I'm everybody's boss, and
It's like a little one, like 100 years to the 100 years to for a heathen and the way they live is wicked versus a baby and shit. It goes to something like that because it's a comparison.
You better put me on something new.
Nah, this joint, I know, I'm trying to find it, bro.
Just put 100 years in 100 years KJV. Maybe do that.
Was it 100?
Yeah, 100. Yeah, it's 100.
Oh, yeah. Isaiah 65.
All right, what?
I think that's it, right?
Yep, that's it right there. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
it.
gonna see what it say in another version.
G&T would be like the one where it just be making sense, bro.
Yeah.
NLT alright sometimes.
The fruit truck guy out there, he left.
Nah, he
Saturday.
wasn't- Yeah, he wasn't out. I was looking for him
Yeah,
earlier.
man.
Sick.
It's cool. I'm fast for the next couple of days.
All right, this
There you
Isaiah 65 and 20 in the Good News translation. It says, "Babies will no longer die in infancy, and all people will outlive their lifespan, and all people will outlive their lifespan." It says, "Those who live to be 100 will be considered young. To die before that will be a sign that I punished them."
And that's for the heathen.
Damn!
So look, so even the heathen gonna be
That's
like
for
that.
the heathen.
The
That's
heathen
for the
gonna be
heathen.
like that. We gonna be
Ew.
immortal. But see, that's what I'm saying. So 100
Yeah, 'cause-
years, 100 years to the heathen gonna be normal because they're gonna be fresh air, fresh food. They're gonna be chilling. They gonna live.
They gonna have access to us
Yeah, and the terrestrial
and our
and
healers.
Right.
We even have the healers.
Yo, and our terrestrial and our
Send a physician.
no, their terrestrial forms, they're going to be mighty men in terrestrial
Bro,
forms.
they're
So
gonna
MRI. We gonna do shit for shit to
Compare-
do
compare-
MRI.
He's gonna be 8, 7 feet 6 and all that shit
compared
too.
to this day and age.
Compared to for sure.
And what it's gonna be, like, bro.
Like,
they
Cleveland LeBrons.
gonna come petitioning, Master, can we please have thou godly physician to come down to thy village?
Yo, and the beautiful thing about it is we'll be able to heal people in an instant.
Yep.
But just for the sake of it, put them on the table, do a little X-ray.
I'm not even.
Just finish this
Not
out.
even. I'm like,
do
yo,
a
pray.
little surgery.
I'm like, yo, pray to Yahweh. And if he says okay, then I'll heal you.
Shit.
So you're
Straight like that.
it's your
Pray to
sacrifice.
Yahweh right now, and if he,
You see, yeah, then I'll do it.
don't
your
worry,
sacrifice
he'll tell me
worthy.
directly. Go ahead.
Y'all remember
It's,
on
it's,
you remember,
yeah, look, it's the procedures,
you remember on Doom?
policy.
Yep.
When he-
Pray to Yahweh, and if he says it's okay, I'll heal you. I'm trying to tell you, it's gonna be like that. Then we already gonna know because we already going
'Cause
to.
I gotta know if this is the Lord punishing you, or if this is just.
We already gonna know though.
I know.
We just gonna make sure that they
I tell you
rehearsing
what,
what
though.
the righteous acts. Pray.
I tell you what though,
Dog.
the heathen gonna be like 55 and look like they 32.
Yeah,
Watch.
bro, that's how it's supposed to be right now.
Yeah.
People are
They gonna
speeding.
look good, bro.
Aging. They already did a study that aging has been speeding up because of the food.
Yeah, food. Yup.
You eating too much. Everyone's eating way too much.
They'll be drinking
Everybody,
often.
way too much. I'm talking about including ourselves. You're not supposed to eat every day. You're supposed to eat maybe twice a week. Twice a week. I know it sounds weird to you because you've been conditioned your entire life. 3 meals a day.
I'd say maybe 3-4 times a week. Because if you do every other day fasting,
About two days a week.
if you do every other day fasting, it's like 3-4 times a week.
2 days a week, 3 days tops. Think about it, bro. You let your body. Why is it that once you get past 3 days, your body goes into autophagy and all of a sudden starts healing itself, white blood cell count? So that lets you know that you got to get past 3 days. So that's why I'm saying 3 days, 4th day eat. 3 days, 4th day eat. 2 to 3 times a week.
Damn, that early.
No, autophagy starts earlier, but you don't. It's like maturity.
Oh,
it's
I
like you
understand.
start the process, but,
But
it's
then
not
when you
finished.
get to
until
3 days, that's when your body is completely on
Right.
healing mode. New
And
white
it might
blood,
be
new
yeah,
white
like,
blood
after
cell
like
counts.
16 hours you're going to autophagy, but it's only autophagy
It's
at
like-
like
it's like-
20%.
It's and it's only like
2 days is at 60%.
And then when you
You're still doing other stuff. At that
72 hours. If
100%
you can
autophagy.
get past the 3rd day, I'm talking about going into the 4th day. So 72 hours is when you're at its peak. Then if you
And then
can
you
just
allow
make
yourself to
just
keep
that
going.
24, another 24 hours, and that very next day, your body just went through a superhuman fucking renewal.
Yeah, reset.
That's the beautiful thing about cancer, right?
Yep.
Cancer cells are replica cells, right?
Yep.
They're clones. They imitate healthy cells.
Yep.
And they pollute healthy cells. So they'll imitate a healthy cell like, yo, bro. Yo, real shit. And then they pollute other cells and poison them, and then that's how they create tumors. Tumors is basically accumulation
But going
of
in
bad
fast
cells.
though, the body
But-
does what? Go ahead.
So basically, a cancer cell can do just about everything a normal healthy cell can do,
Yep.
but one thing. It thrives off of the same fuel source, which is what? Glucose.
Yep.
But the one thing that, this is why fasting in the cancer, it kills cancer.
It kills cancer.
Because when you go into a fasted state, right after about 12, 16 hours, your body depletes all of this glycogen
Yep.
and glucose stores.
Yep.
And then you go into what? Ketosis.
Yep.
Where it takes fat. Those into the liver, creates ketones and
Yep.
feeds the cells. Cancer cells can't thrive off of ketones.
Yep. Can't thrive off ketones, and
So
you gotta,
they'll die out because they're not getting fuel. They can only thrive off of
not,
other
not to mention, like you said,
That's why they kill that.
That's why cancer. That's
Yep.
why Dr. Sebi is all about
Because he said
fasting.
fast first. He said fast,
Fast
first and get rid of everything and then put the right herbs into it to
help
support it.
Support it.
Yeah, so that's why they killed him.
yeah,
And that's the cheat code right there.
You see, and remember we just read about the Agenda
The only thing
2030.
he was wrong about was the meat. That's the one thing he was wrong about.
The one thing, remember we just got to reading about the Agenda 2030, and one of the things it said was it's going to get rid of what? Natural remedies and natural medicines. One of the things that why are you getting rid of that? Because they don't want you to be fucking healthy, bro. They want you to be borderline about to die. You got to keep coming back to them for the cure or
That's
sustain
why
your life.
I really want to practice fasting so much more.
I can do it with you.
I
Yo, y'all.
want to do like a hybrid, like OMAD, 1 meal a day type of
I do that
joint,
now.
and then just I do 2 meals.
I do 1
wanna
meal a
do
day now.
1 meal a day, like 4 or 5 days a week, and then like, and then just like to say, you know what, I'm not eating this
So-
day.
so how
I'm
about-
not eating these 2 days?
So how about, brother, if you want, start out
I
there.
want to.
Starting Monday.
Uh-huh.
Monday is I'll give you if you want to do your last meal Sunday night. Last meal Sunday night, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, straight fast.
I gotta figure it out because the only tough part about me is it's going to take my body a long time to adapt to exercise without food. Not lifting weights,
yeah.
not lifting weights,
I agree.
but cardio without food.
I've done it.
I have to. We do like 2 hours of like fucking running outside and eating shit.
You need carbs.
3 days a week, bro.
Carbs.
So I be having food in me and still be getting cooked, bro. So that's the only thing that's going. I'm a struggle with. And I'm not trying to be.
I got you. I got you.
2 days.
Get longevity.
I do need to get some longevity.
Get some longevity,
I
and
told
then you,
you,
then you,
sip on it,
and then you drink the longevity in the morning. You ain't gotta eat no food. You gonna have all the energy, every mineral complex.
Also, the
Bro,
young, I'm a
you go get the longevity.
I just ordered some
So
more,
guess
bro.
what?
That
Now
shit's a cheat
guess what?
code,
We just came to the conclusion
that
on how to
shit
fix
cheat
that issue
code.
you just had. Longevity fixes it right away.
That
Boom,
shit cheat
done.
code.
I still rather fast through the weekend though.
Through the weekend? I can fast through the week easy because I drive all day for a living.
I be working.
I'm out because I'm on the move. I'm not even thinking about food. That's why I said for me, it's like as long as I got me some water, you know what I'm saying, or some longevity. I sipped on some longevity.
That shit on Amazon.
Actually, you don't even want to take the longevity if you're gonna be fasting though. If you want to get past the first 3 days to reset the body, then longevity every day. That way,
That's like your herbs. That's
yeah,
like the
it's
herbs
all
and
of
shit. It's
it.
everything.
I got it the crib.
Remember, vitamins cannot even be produced or activate without the minerals. And longevity got them both in there
Yep.
so they can collide.
Not to mention the super greens. It got everything. in it.
Probiotic blends,
Probiotic, prebiotic,
copper, magnesium,
copper, magnesium,
selenium, all that
selenium.
shit, bro.
Has everything in it.
That shit's cheat code,
And
bro.
That's what I be really struggling with.
And also it'll help regulate your blood sugar. All that. It'll literally you just get on longevity for 30 every day for 30 days, twice a day, morning, night, morning, night, morning, night. Bro, by the time your 30 days is up, bro,
That shit cheat, bro.
cheat code,
That shit cheat.
cheat fucking code. Shit is
That
crazy.
shit's cheat, bro.
Where we at? What you got out?
This is Isaiah, back in Isaiah 65. I'm gonna just finish this out.
Yeah,
This
go ahead.
all kingdom work, bro.
Yeah, go ahead.
Isaiah 65, what I hit, 20,
Yeah,
it's
20.
verse 21 in the GNT. We're gonna keep rocking in the GNT. It says, people will live, Salakia, people will build houses and get to live in them. It says they will not be used by someone else. They will plant vineyards and enjoy the wine. It will not be drunk by others. Like trees, my people will live long lives. Damn, going back into them big ass trees, bro. That meant more oxygen. That's why it was. That's
Bro.
why everything was bigger.
Bro,
You know what I'm saying?
Everything was bigger because it was way
Damn.
more oxygen. You're absolutely
My
right.
people will live long like trees,
So-
and trees go.
And then like
Thousands of years.
and then when you think about that, bro, if
Especially
everything,
if it's planted by good waters.
Good
Yep.
waters,
and then if
yeah.
everything's bigger, bro, we're not farming as much.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
It's probably trees in certain places in the world that have been here since.
Oh yeah, redwoods.
Since Abraham
You
walked the earth.
don't remember? You don't remember those early pictures in America when he was chopping all the trees down when he first got here and it was so
Yeah,
big.
bro, it was
These
a lot.
white dudes, bro. The tree was Kevin. The tree
America,
trunk was so
America
big.
was a paradise.
Where they
though.
said
To
that
that
shit
door,
was like the Amazon,
to
bro.
that door, to this door, that was the tree trunk, and these white men were chopping these trees down, bro. That's how big the trees were, bro.
America was a whole
Avatar.
paradise,
It was
you
Avatar.
know?
Forest, bro.
Yeah, it was
And
like
Esau
Avatar.
came
They
and
said
did what
they-
they did, bro, and just
Destroyed everything.
Like,
And that-
like, look, like
yo.
this, like the ocean, bro.
Yeah.
Salaki,
Yeah,
like the
bro.
ocean. The Amazon forest, them niggas scared to go in there, bro.
Yo.
They said it's tribes they
Yeah.
ain't that's been untouched by society. They got fucking animals and insects that they
And they never
motherfuckers they
seen-
never
never
exist,
seen
bro.
before,
Big ass
yeah.
shit.
I saw somebody put like one of those like little Google Earth satellite type of drones over the Amazon.
Yeah.
And it was like they went down. It was a small little area. It was like a little village, and then he zoomed out. It was just like miles and miles of fucking forest. I'm
Imagine
like, God
going there, bro.
damn.
You get lost. You never coming back, bro.
Never
You
probably
not-
done.
you
Nah,
not-
you
you never.
First of all,
You got
they're
anacondas as thick as this
yeah.
whole tire,
You
bro.
got the-
Like,
you got the
bigger than that.
locusts. You got the
Bigger than that.
locusts.
They found anaconda. They found snakes. The head was as big as the fucking.
I believe it. I
yeah,
believe it.
I
bro.
believe that shit too.
Bro, the fuck untouched, bro. Listen,
Anything
man.
untouched by
Bro, wait till Leviathan is just. Well, come on, man. I just make the Leviathan come out here and start snatching these motherfuckers up.
But see, you gotta understand, but that makes sense because that right there alone will also make. Listen, I had analyzed something. This earth have seen crazy atrocities on the human behavior aspect. What more worse could it go? Now,
What the shit?
right? So
Dolls.
the Leviathan.
Well, he
the
missed-
Lord says the
Just
Jacob
watch
trouble is
it
going to
like
be like a
Godzilla.
time never seen before. We have seen plenty of torture and devastation before on this earth. What is worse than that? So you got to think, okay, strange apparitions now, Leviathan walking around, like it's going to
Yo,
be
the
some
Lord,
wild
the
shit.
Lord going to turn this place into a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, nightmare, bro.
It's
Nah,
gonna see
bro. I was just watching Godzilla, the credits, bro. How all the destruction they did, bro. Yeah, New Earth going back.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah,
bro,
that's
that
the
could
thing.
be. Yo, it's like, yo,
They're-
the Lord
yeah,
gotta
they-
have them there, bro.
They
Just
call them
waiting.
what they call them, disaster beast or some shit like
Yeah,
that. But in reality,
They're supposed
every
to-
time they
everything
destroy,
destroys.
Yeah, new life
something
growing
new and
back.
better
Yeah.
grows back.
Yeah.
They're meant for a renewal.
Yeah.
Right. So it's
Just like when
uh,
Leviathan comes, it's for what? The renewal.
it's another army, dog.
Yeah.
Army of just big ass fucking titans. Just waiting.
The whole world.
Lord
gonna-
not playing,
The Lord
bro.
gonna cook the whole world, bro.
Cook everything.
Because he gonna reset all
Everything.
Europe, all that shit is done, bro.
Like the fact, and the thing is this: the people that are left alone. Because remember, a lot of the lands are going to be left, and a lot of people are going to survive.
especially
Bro,
like over
yeah,
Asia.
yeah, yeah.
Especially when you think about Asia.
Asia, yeah,
Asia
yeah.
has so much like vast
Remember,
land.
remember
Then
what he said.
they
what-
buy.
what-
They got. They.
What did he say? He says they're my wash pot.
Mhm.
No, it was my wash pot.
They infrastructure.
There are going to be a lot of them
Now,
left
yeah, that's
over
bad.
because they're going to be subservient.
Right.
And I'm not going. A bunch of Moabians.
Remember scriptures?
Wrong.
The scriptures really say that when we in our new bodies,
Moabians,
not in
nigga,
detail,
I said Moabians.
but it says once the kingdom is established, we literally gonna be walking around doing our thing, and people are gonna be trying to offer up people like, hey, you want this one too? You want to take that?
It says the gate shall be open continuously.
Yeah, they gonna be trying to get
It
gifts.
says,
Yeah.
it says the nation shall bring forth their strength.
Yeah.
Their strength means
Yeah, a lot of
that
people
money.
don't.
Remember, because what does the Lord says? It says money is what? A hedge of protection, right? Money is a hedge of protection. So they're going to be bringing in their goods. Because what is a hedge of protection or the wealth of nations is usually what? What is valuable? Women, furs, plenty goods, gold, silver, cattle.
They're gonna be raising women up, women and young men,
Men
just
to
to groom
be-
them to go to go to
Yo.
to Israel.
They're gonna be
You're
hot. They're
a
gonna
great
be
servant.
You're,
You know what I mean?
I'm from the house servants of Shalawamya of the third generation, and I've been serving his family since he became the elect, bro. And they're gonna have generations of these people, bro.
My forefather was the first fruits.
My forefather was a first fruit slave to Shalawamya, and all he did was make his bed every morning.
Man, that's bro.
Like, yeah, bro. As soon as I get up,
Yo, the heathen men will be getting women because their job is to open the door for one of the elect.
bro.
You got that job? Oh my goodness! And that's gonna be
Bro,
how perky
I
for
would.
them.
I ain't gonna lie. I would be
That's
happy.
gonna be how perky for
I
them.
would be happy being a doorman for Yahweh Shah. Bro, if Yahweh came to me and said, "You shall be my doorman for all eternity," I said, "What? What's up, Bob? You good?" That's a great honor. Just to be
That
like,
shit,
yeah,
dog.
I see him every day. I haven't seen him in the millennia. I see him every day. Most of the
It's
time.
back in Isaiah 65 and 24. It says 23. I'm gonna hit 23 again. The work they do will be successful, and their children will not meet with disaster. It says, I will bless them and their descendants for all time to come. Even before they finish praying to me, I will answer their prayers.
Yeah, beautiful.
Remember that we brought that out
Yeah,
last
yeah,
week.
yeah.
It says wolves and lambs will eat together, lions will eat straw as cattle do, and snakes will no longer be dangerous. On Zion, my sacred hill, there will be nothing harming or evil.
Beautiful, beautiful. Matter of fact, you must get that. You must get that. The gate shall be open continuously, and the king shall bring in their strength. The nation shall bring in their strength. We actually gonna end with that one. Also, brethren, I want to let's button this up for next week too. Yeah, I think we need to get a little bit more.
So Isaiah 60 and 11, it says, therefore thy gate shall be open continually, they shall not be shut day or night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought.
Even their king shall be brought. I'm gonna bring my king to you as a slave.
It says, for the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish, yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. Bring them hither.
Bring them hither and slay them before me. That's what Yahushua said himself, man. This is, and the thing is, but you Israelites, not all of Israel is of Israel. If you ain't got a rulership mentality, you ain't of Israel. Because I don't know nobody that does not want this kind of power. Like, at least as a man, who doesn't want to be able to sit here and tell them, bring them in front of me and slay them. Bring your kings and put fetters of iron and chains around their necks and bring them here. Like, bro, I want that power, man. I know what the plight of our people. I've done enough research and history to know exactly what the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans have done and what they've been going through around the world. And guess what? It's our time now, bro. I want it. I want sovereignty.
That's it. Beautiful lifestyle.
Bro, I want sovereignty, bro.
Coming to America type concept.
Literally, I'm gonna be
Crazy,
honest with you.
bro.
The reason why I've been moving up the social economic ladder is because I like being in power. Bro, I like being everybody's boss. I don't like when somebody got to tell me to do something. I'd rather be the one telling to do something. I want that. Unless Yahweh Shem Yahushua say something, that's a different ballgame. That's a different pay grade right there. But bro, I'm trying to be as high as I can go. Need that. Like somebody get a whoop. Finish that.
Shit,
Still
go,
at 60.
who you at, 60?
Yeah.
13 to 15, bro.
Yep.
Beautiful. It is.
Isaiah 13.
Isaiah, no, 60, 13 through 15.
Isaiah, all right, it's back in Isaiah 60 and 13. That was the next verse. It says, the glory of Lebanon shall come unto thee, the fir tree, the pine tree, and the box together, to beautify the place of my sanctuary, and I will make the place of my feet glorious. The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet, and they shall call thee the city of the Lord, the Zion. It says, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel. Whereas thou hast been forsaken and hated, so that no man went through thee, I will make thee an eternal excellency, a joy of many generations.
Beautiful. That right
Like joy
there,
of it. See,
dog.
this is
Dog.
look.
An eternal excellence.
It's eternal excellence.
That's crazy, bro. That's my favorite joke. Dog. That shit, wow.
That's heavy.
Listen, man.
Big homie. They gonna look at you like, oh shit. Like, that shit's
Bro, I'm
crazy.
trying to tell you, man, Knox Up and Young in his videos, man, definitely give you a good insight on how it might look.
Might
you know?
look, yeah.
All right. So, Lord willing, this was edifying. We want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto
See
Yahweh,
Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, Bahavu,
Kakadash, double honor to the elders and apostles. Shalom to the elect.
Shalom.